Alright, welcome back to the SuperCoach Nuff channel. In this video we're going to review week 4 of the 2024-25 NBA Dream Team season. And an okay week, I suppose. You know, an 874, which was top 24% of the round, which doesn't sound too great. Didn't get a league win either, which was a bit disappointing. But did go up about 100 spots overall. So I guess, you know, being quite low, you know, top 24% sort of got me up to about the same, so top 25% overall. So gradually making some progress, albeit, you know, not as much as we potentially could have. But if we have a look at the team, so our point guards all went pretty well. Daniels with an 89 was a great return. Jerome with the 65 and Castle with the 60, making some good cash as well. Shooting guards also quite good. So Edwards with a 104, so turning up is pretty great. Powell and Boston, our two trade-ins, both went well, and Boston particularly so, 71. Obviously didn't start him on field, which was a bit disappointing. But Powell's quite good with a 55 as well, so making some good cash, which we like. Unfortunately, the gamble on Sabonis didn't pay off with that 91 as captain. Edie with a 58 continues to make some good money though. Giannis was probably our captaincy choice this week with a massive 143. Koulibaly was quite good too with a 62. And Dick with 35 keeps making a bit of cash. And then Towns with a 121 was a great return. Saar with 53. And Riesacker with 29 is still moving in an upward direction in terms of values. So we take that. So if you have a look at the game day, obviously it's already clicked over to week 5, but we didn't get the win. No Test Eagles, Frank's team, getting us by about 70, and mostly came down to the captaincy. So, you know, a massive 136 from Wemby. So that one hurts considering we did have Wemby and we sort of gave up on him. You know, he was cheaper than Sabonis, so would have worked well for that too. But we move on. But also had Garland with a 106. Haven't heard of Darius Garland before, but he looks like a nice mid-price option. Gilgeous-Alexander back to his best with a 161 as well. So I guess, you know, that sort of covered my Giannis score. Towns and Garland were probably, you know, split the difference there. So it really was just the captaincy score that cost me. Just having a look through, I can see a 990 from Chet GPT. So James's team. So he had Wemby, Fox, De'Aaron Fox. There you go. He was the big scorer from Sacramento this week with a 164. That's massive. Captain Towns had Mitchell as well. That was the same guy we looked at before, wasn't it? No, Donovan Mitchell. Okay. Different Cleveland player, but doing the business. 117. Harden with a 104. So lots of big scores there, which is pretty good to see. And a couple of common, oh no, sorry. What's this? Unique players on. Oh, is that just non-scoring? Sorry, yeah, so no common players. That's why I was getting confused. I was used to seeing a different group there. But that's a monster score. Well done to you, James. Couple of big 900s as well. 952 for Shano. Reno's Rockets. We'll have a quick look as well. Why not? So he had Edwards, Garland, Captain Towns, Gilgeous-Alexander, and James Harden as well. So Harden would be close to 20 mil surely. Oh no, only 15.5. So break even of 100. Probably not an urgent must trade in, I would have thought. Cool. So actually, before we go to my team, always forget to throw on the break evens, which will probably help me decide with my team. So Diabate, I think is how you'd say that, from what team's that? Charlotte Hornets. There we go. Scored a 76 this round, so getting a negative 24 break even. Dalton Connect, so one I think I looked at in pre-season or might have had in my team to start. Don't really remember, but I remember that name. 69 points, so nice break even there as well. So that sort of covers most positions other than point guard. Probably your best point guard based on prices is Jared McCain with a 77. Peyton Watson, I know he was one that was he the one I had in or was recommended to bring in? I can't remember. But he's still got a nice negative break even. But I guess it'll get a little bit more expensive as we go up through here. Maybe Jaden Hardy at 3.5 mil. That's pretty much bottom dollar. But also, I guess you do need to be mindful of the averages. But in saying that, we'll have a quick look at their profile, see how they actually scored those points. So a couple of big games there with a 36, a 31, and then just a 9 to round off. So not sure if there was an injury in there, possibly. Let's have a look at Connect. So just like a lot more consistent there. Like you can see a lot of singles or couple of teen scores, but 24, 33, 12 either's in between. Well, that's fine. McCann. So yeah, starting to increase the scoring. So potentially one to look at if we're that way inclined. Is there any sort of higher end priced players that are looking good? So Jalen Williams off a massive 141, 15 mil with a break even of 7. Tyler Hero, 88 this round, so 7 as well, slightly cheaper. So I guess if you're chasing those mid-price options, they're probably the two that are going to make the quickest amount of cash. But let's have a look at my team and how we're going. So I'll flick the projections on, mostly for break-evens. So as you can see, still got some nice break-evens through here. Power with an 81 break-even, is that right? Okay, 50%, don't know. It's only scored the 55, I suppose. So his little bit of cash gen might have come to an end, so he could be one we downgrade. Sabonis, that was a gamble. We'd probably trade him out and get Jokic back in. Giannis, we're not worried about. His break even. These guys are sort of getting close, but we can probably give them another week, potentially. Might have to have a look at some. Oh, actually, the projections sort of give you an idea on the matchups too. Yeah, so Powell is projected to 81, which is pretty good as terms of scoring. So we might actually sort of take that on board. What happened with his scoring, I suppose, might be a bit of a guide. Scroll down. So just had a couple of down, or 3 in a row. That's not ideal. So not sure if someone's come back at the Clippers or not. Think we might be putting him on the chopping block. So we'll make the obvious move, see if we can get that done. Yep, do it quite nicely. So Jokic back in, Powell out, and I think we just go break evens. So we can go Connect, or we can go McCain. I'm leaning towards McCain just for the flexibility of the point guard. Saying that, we do have a lot of options, like we could potentially push Koulibaly back. Don't know if that opens up any better options, potentially. What's McDaniel's story, scoring a 79? It's taken a while to load. So I started off a bit slow, but looks like maybe an increase. Actually, I should actually be looking at how often these players are playing. I'm pretty sure Jokic is playing the 4 games. I'll just use Christian Braun as a way to check that while we're there. I know it's only 3 this week, but I think a lot of teams are probably on just the 3. Just guessing. Connect. Let's have a look. If he's got 4, we might just lock him in. He's got 3. Do we keep circling around? have a look at Diabate. Although, truth be told, looks like Resac is on the way down, so maybe we could get some cash there. 3 games. So just have a look around. 29. I guess the other option is Grady Dick. What do we got? Oh yeah, so there's 3 there. I keep forgetting that this is the upcoming games. So he's at least got 3. He's only got 3. That's all right. All right. Maybe we just do that as well. I'll push Koulibaly back. Yeah, so if we commit to that, we do need to get a power forward centre type pick in. Unless we swing Giannis down and just double stack power forward and can bring in like Connect and McCain potentially. I forgot to check McCain, I think. Or maybe I didn't. So he's got 4 this week. So I think he's a must trade in. So yeah, pretty happy with all my point guards. So he will come in at shooting guard. And then yeah, it's basically a forward of some description. We have 11 mil, so maybe it is McDaniels, slightly higher average. He's only got 2 games this week. That's not a go. Also, does that mean Edwards only has 2 games as well? Maybe we just reset Resacker in the team, and maybe we trade out Edwards. So at 20 thou, I think, or 20 mil rather, could probably just have a straight look at. So this might be the opportunity to get Jason Tatum in. I know there was copping a bit of flack on the comments about not having him. Rightly so too. He's been absolutely killing it. So let's have a look. 3 games this week, so nothing too out of the ordinary there. Who's the team? It's Philadelphia. I don't know. Not sure who plays for Philly exactly, but actually I want average. I don't want the total games, do I? Yeah, so Jalen Williams potentially. It's only 2 games there, so no, not an option. Maybe we just go to Tatum, get that extra game, I suppose. And then, yeah, can swing one of the guys back there, that's fine. So, Koulibaly can come back. Oh, hang on. Oh, no, he's only power forward. So, okay, we're sort of stuck with that. Thought I saw. Oh, I saw, yeah, SF, not SG. Cool. So, I guess, yeah, just looking at projections, this is pretty much the team we're going to run with, I think. So, I guess then the question is just Jokic as captain or Giannis, who's based that his projection, I'm guessing, has 4 games this week. So, maybe that's the team we need to target, Milwaukee. So, yeah, Jokic has 3. Giannis has 4. Yeah, cool. So, might have to have a look at the Milwaukee players. Lopez. So, I guess after Giannis, the averages drop right off, so probably not worth worrying about there. What was the other team? Philadelphia. Is it Joel Embiid? He'd be the man there, wouldn't he? Or is he not there anymore? Shows you how much I'm paying attention. Yeah, he's there, but He only just come back and played 2 for, yeah, break even's too high. Can't afford that at the start of the year. Some sort of familiar names, Kyle Lowry, Paul George, but just not doing it so far this year. Oh well, maybe with Embiid back that little lift, but not willing to take the punt. So I might just go with the team we've got here. Yeah, I don't think I need to boost or anything crazy. Maybe if there's a great suggestion in the comments. Actually, I should have a look in the most traded. At the moment, not too much going on, given it's so soon. But Franz Wagner, just said that with the German accent, given the first name. Could be actually. Germans play basketball, don't they? Scored a ton at 13 mil. I can see the appeal there. Does he have 4 games this week? Is that the other appeal? Season stats. He's got at least 3. Yeah, so he plays 4 this week, which is handy. A couple of guys from the Rockets. So let's have a look. They must have 4 this week too. So that's very interesting. Amen Thompson. Do we possibly... Oh no, because we already brought in Jokic. I was going to say, do we go the double sort of mid-price option? Would cost us a boost, but I guess means we wouldn't get Tatum this week, but we could do it. So what's he? SF, SG. So that would, yeah, that would work. So I've got to find him on the list, do I? Oh, there you go. Number 4 for the week, so that works out well too. And I could, yeah, then swing him through to there potentially. So we've still got 10 mil. So Sengun, he's in the center, which isn't ideal. We've got our centers pretty well sorted. Who's the other one? Wagner. Yeah, we could possibly get him for Dick potentially. Break even of 36. Let's go our first boost. Why not? Let's live a little. Now there he is, 103. Well, I just did notice as well that Anthony Edwards was pretty high up. Do we potentially just hold? What's his schedule like after this week? He's only got 3 next week, then 4, then 2, then 4. Yeah, I guess with that break even, it's actually not really any different, and we can still afford. So it might be worthwhile just putting him back in. Let's bang him back in, save a boost, and yeah, so that'll be the moves. So just to review, I'll do the undo changes bit. So we brought in McCain for power, Jokic with Sabonis, and upgraded Dick to Thompson with that nice schedule this week. So let's I don't want to confirm the undo changes. We just want to potentially shift around Boston. Actually, I want to shift Koulibaly. Get both of them on here. Or do we want to play McCain? Don't know. Yeah. Guess that's only a decision we need to make. The rest of it's pretty good. Yeah, just right. We just said Giannis only has 3 games this week, didn't he? Or 4? I think that's where I was going. No, he has 4, so he's definitely captain. Jokic can be VC. Yep. So we've got, yeah, Thompson Edwards is fine. It's Koulibaly or McCain for our final spot. I think they're both similar. Maybe we'll just go Koulibaly, tried and true. Alright, lock it in. That'll do. can never seem to squeeze the headset cut out, which is usually a sign I've been talking for too long. So we'll wrap the video up there. As always, if you've got any questions, comments, thoughts, feel free to add them below this video. Give us a like if you enjoy the NBA content. Subscribe for all the fantasy sports content on the channel. Other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.